Hello learners, welcome to this discussion today, that is on community as an agency of education. Before starting our discussion, let me to introduce myself. I, Dr. Niradhar De, Associate Professor, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all to this video lesson, that is on community as an agency of education. Friends, as you know, presently we are in the 12th week or the 12th module of your online course. You know that your course code is BES 122 and course title is Contemporary India and Education. In this course, in the 12th module, the title of the module is Agencies of Education, and in this module, 4 different video lessons are there. First is family as an agency of education, then the second lesson is school as an agency of education, and the third lesson is community as an agency of education, and the fourth is media as an agency of education. Friends, just to recapitulate, in our earlier sessions already we have discussed family and school as agencies of education, and today we are going to discuss how community works as an agency of education, and in the next session we will be discussing media as an agency of education. Now let me to focus upon some of the important learning outcomes of this session, that is community as an agency of education. First of all, after going through this video lesson as well as the part E content, the SLM module that you have received, you will be able to explain the concept of community as an agency of education, what is the very concept of it, what is the very meaning of it, and how it works for the development of education of the children. Then further you will be able to describe the functions of community for the development of education of the child as an agency of education, and you will be able to establish relationship between school and community as agencies of education. We have already discussed school as an agency of education, what are the different types of function that the school undertakes, performs. Then accordingly, when we are talking about the community, so how school and community are interlinked with each other, how schools works for the betterment, for the development of the community, and on the other way, how community acts as an agency for the development of the school. So that's why this is also another learning outcome, and I am very much hopeful that after going through this video lesson and the part E content that has been given to you, you will be able to achieve these learning outcomes. Now let me to proceed further to discuss about the classification of different agencies of education. Just to recapitulate it, we have already discussed in our earlier video lessons. Just like there are 2 types of agencies of education broadly, one is called as the formal agency of education and other is called as the informal agencies of education. Under formal agencies of education, I can say just like the particular agencies, that may be the school, libraries, picture galleries, games, cinema, educational programs which are being telecasted or broadcast by using the radio and television. So these are come under the formal agencies of education, and under informal agency of education I can take the name of the agencies just like family, community, religion, marketplace, fairs, exhibitions, media, free play, etc. So here today we are going to discuss community as an agency of education. So now it is clear that community is one of the informal agency of education. It is not a formal agency of education, just like the school. In a school, our discourses, our deliberations, our interactions are mostly formal in nature, because there is a curriculum, there is a definite courses of study, a syllabi, and there is a definite place, there is a definite location, that is called as the school, and the curriculum is fixed, and both the teachers and students, they come to the school and there they a teaching learning process that practices in the school premises. Okay, so that's come under the formal system of education. But when we talk about the informal agencies, just like the community, because we are living in our family, family is a part of the community, family is the part of the society. So that's why our interactions, our involvement, our association with the society and community are some extent informal in nature. So that's why it comes under you can say the informal agency of education. And further, to focus upon another types of agencies of education, just like I can say agencies of education are of two types here. One is called as the active agency of education and the other is called as the passive agency of education. Under active agency of education, you can take the example just like a school as a very active agency of education, because all our involvement, our interactions, our involvement in the school processes are very active in nature. We involve actively in the process of teaching and learning. We do many activities and we involve ourselves in school based activities as per the curriculum throughout the days. Okay, and teacher also involved very actively. Accordingly, family is also an active agency of education. Then community is also, though it is an informal agency of education, but community is here an active agency of education, because in community we the people, the community members, mostly the peoples, they are actively involved in different you can say activities of the community. Okay, just like it may be a custom, it may be a tradition, it may be any rituals, it may be any type of events. So the peoples of the community, they actively involved in it, they participate in it, okay, for the development of the community and for, you can say, it may be for the entertainment or for other purposes also, for educating purposes, education purposes also. So that's why school, family, community, religion, state, social clubs, games, entertainment programs. So these are come under the active agency of education. And under passive agencies of education, just like I can take the name of cinema, television, radio, newspaper, magazine, marketplace, etc. So here our involvement, the involvement of the people are passive in nature, not active in nature. But so far as school, family and community is concerned, we actively involved in such things. Now friends, let us go forward to understand the very concept of community as an agency of education. First of all, the term community has been derived from two distinct words or the terms that's called as com, C-O-M, and munis, M-U-N-I-S. Com means togetherness and munis means to serve. Thus the term community means to serve together. Friends, we all are the social being. We live together in a society. We live together in a community. And what do we do in the community? In the community, we live with a mutual fellow feeling, with a mutual cooperation, and we serve together also. We work for the development of the others. So independently, individual being cannot live independently, okay, isolatedly. So that's why they have to live with the community. So in the community, whatever we do, we work together, we live together, we have a common belief, we have a common faith, and we also serve together for our own betterment, for our own you can say development. So that's why the very meaning of community is to serve together. Further, a group of people having commonality in their ways of living, principles and ideas is called as a community. In a community, you see commonly, universally, we observe certain events, we observe certain days, we observe our customs and traditions, we observe our beliefs, we observe different types of rituals and the festivals. So whatever we do, there is a commonality is there in the community. We all live together, we all work together, and we all observe together also. So there is a feeling, there is a principle and there is a sense of living together, a sense of sharing together. Okay, and further, community is considered as an agency of education because community provides its members all sorts of facilities for getting education by using different means. So here in the community, you see all the institutions, it may be related to education, it may be related to for other development of human being are the part of the community. I have already said in my earlier video lessons that community is a larger unity, is a larger system, and under this system, it may be community or the society, under this larger system, many subsystems are there, many miniature institutions or the miniature systems are there. Just like I can say school as a subsystem of the community or subsystem of the society. Accordingly, family is also a subsystem of the society because the principles that we follow, the norms, traditions, the rules and regulations that we follow in our family, further we also use those principles in the community, in the society. So accordingly, here we can say that the institutions and different subsystems that are included in the community are further use different means for the development of the human being. And further we can say that it provides formal education by establishing schools and also provides non-formal education by establishing education centers for adult and lifelong learning. Try to understand. This is the community or this is the society that provides the individual about the opportunity to get education. It may be formal education or it may be non-formal education also. Formal education through the formal institutions, through schools and colleges. It may be school education or it may be higher education or professional and technical education. And it also provides skill-based training. It also provides vocational education training as well as adult and lifelong learning also to the illiterate person and to make the people to the mainstream of the society to be skilled and to make them empowered for their livelihood, for earning their livelihood, for maintaining their livelihood. Okay? So that's why this is the community that helps in providing formal education as well as non-formal education by establishing certain institutions. And further to focus upon how community works as an agency of education, we can say that community is an informal agency of education because our interactions, our involvement in the community is very much informal in nature. And further, community is a larger social unity as compared to family. I have already said that family is a subsystem of the society or subsystem of the community, and community is a larger unit because community includes the family and community also includes many institutions, you can say, where school is also one institution. Further, community is a part of larger society and family is part of the community. Socialization is the main function of the community. So what community does? Community helps among the individual or among the children, among the child to become a social being and to practice the social desirable behavior, not social undesirable behavior. Then further, community also provides its members all types of informal learning experiences. So friends, when we come contact with the people from different background, from different areas, we also learn many things. So that's why in the constructivist approach of teaching and learning, it says that the experiences informally that we gain from our immediate environment or from our community, from our society, that is more important than formal learning. That is more important than, you can say, the formal way of teaching and learning process. So that's why informally the experiences that we gain, the learning that we gain, further that experiences and learning helps us to be a good citizenship, a better citizenship for the nation building. Next, through community, children learn customs and traditions which influence their social behavior. We learn, we observe, we experience and we learn about the customs and about the culture and about the traditions of our society where we live. Okay, so and further that helps us for developing a positive behavior, a positive attitude, as well as that also influence us for developing social behavior among us. Further, I can say to focus upon some of the important functions of community, that it works as an agency of education, just like it establishes school for the education of the children. So, community establishes the schools. Many a time you must have observed that a group of people or the community members, so they develop the school on their mutual you can say cooperation. They provide the infrastructure, they provide many a time, they contribute for the development of the school also. They are also a stakeholder of the school system. If I'll talk about the Right to Education Act 2009, it says that every school will have a SMC, that's called a School Management Committee. So, in School Management Committee, who will be the member? So, community members, community persons will be the member, parents will be the member of the SMC. So, accordingly, how to bring school functioning closer to the community, and at the same time how to bring community close to the school. So, these are the certain things that the community does for the schools, that community establishes schools and actively participate with school authorities to prepare school development plan. As I have already said that the primary work of school management committee is to develop a school development plan. Okay, that's called as STP. So, this is a 3-year development plan of the school that includes what is the every year development requires, that's for a school. Then accordingly 3-year plans are being developed by the SMC. So, here the effort is to bring together or to establish closeness of community as well as school functioning, because the development of the school ultimately it depends upon actively involvement of the community. And further, it extends support to the development of school infrastructure, human resources and generation of finance for various developmental activities of the school. So, friends, community also provides finance for the development of the school. With infrastructure, they also provide the finance. So, it is the because who will study in the school? After all, the children from the community, they will study in the school. So, ultimately, a better functioning of the school indicates that the community indicates for the better development of the community. So, that's why in this way community involved in the development of the school. Then further, it provides the school support for organization of adult education, vocational and skill based education. I have already said that though school is a formal system of education, but community also involve themselves for the development of adult education. It also trained, provide education, provide skills and provide certain vocational knowledge or vocational skills to the self-help group, to the community community members, so that how the community members will be productive in different aspects of their life. Further, to highlight some of the more functions of community as an agency of education, I can say that community works for the all-round development of the child. So, you will find that in your society, in your community, what is there? When there is a colony, when there is a community, when there is a village, you will find that a school is there, a playground is there, and certain cultural and other activities are also going on in that community, in that village. So, that's why effort is here with the involvement of different stakeholders. It may be with the involvement of the local government, that you can say the panchayat level government, or with the involvement of the parents, with the involvement of the community members, and with the involvement of the teachers as well as the students. You will find that the work for the all-round development of the child, all-round development of the students. So, that's why they provide you can say certain things for the development of the knowledge aspect, and at the same time community also take care that how the children will will get or will involve in different types of physical activities, in different types of games and sports, in different types of you can say daily activities. So that is also another important aspect that the community works. Then further, community establishes schools, hospitals, parks and playgrounds for the physical development of the children. I have already said that who will take care of your health? Government definitely work proactively for establishing the hospitals, for establishing all sort of amenities that is required for the development of the community. But at the same time, community also helps, community also contributes for the development of schools, hospital, parks, playgrounds for the physical and health development of the children. Then community also takes the responsibility to establish zoo for the entertainment and for information and to get world of knowledge and information and to engage oneself in different types of things which is happening in the society. Then community also establishes libraries for the study of the children and at the same time for the study of the interested you can say members of the community which influence the life and activities of the children. Further, community is a part of school as reflected in RT Act 2009. I have already said that what is the important and prime recommendation of RT Act for bringing community closer to the system of the society, to the system of the schooling. So here there is the provision to establishment of a SMC, okay? The work of SMC to develop a school development plan, SDP. So in SDP, how the school will develop, what the school really requires. It may be physical infrastructure, it may be human infrastructure, human resources, or it may be any other types of requirements. So that are become the part of the SDP, and these are prepared by you can say the SMC, School Management Committee. Then School Management Committee prepares the school development plan for the development of the school, and local community and government plays a paramount role in the development of the school. So they are the stakeholders, you can say the local government, the local community as well as the government. And further, relationships between school and community. So how school and community are related with each other, how they work in a sense of togetherness. So let us focus upon how school and community are related and work for the development of each other. Community transfers oral history and traditional knowledge to children, while the school encourages critical thinking and reflection wherever it is required. Try to understand. So what community does? Community transfers the oral history. Friends, we have learned many things. We have experienced many things about our culture, about our you can say our beliefs regarding our customs from the oral history. So who says the oral history? Mostly you must have heard a type of storytelling, a type of narratives from your grandparents or from your parents and from the elder member of the community. They many a time say that how they believe and how they do different activities in the community, in the society. So that's why in this way community transforms all such oral history, oral traditions, or that's called as the knowledge to the children, while the school encourages critical thinking. And what school does? School involves the children in critical thinking to understand of such oral history and to practice it. Further, community influences the content of subjects and add local, practical and appropriate examples. Try to understand. If I will give one example as per NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, you must have gone through it. This has reflected that, this has mentioned that this is one of the recommendations, that there will be a 10 days bagless curriculum. So what does it mean, 10 days bagless curriculum? So the learners, the students will come to the school without their school bag. Then what they will do for 10 days in the school? In those 10 days, you will find that the local renowned persons, the local resources, the human resources, that means it may be the skill based persons those have contributed to the society in a very significant way, maybe a scientist, maybe a renowned teacher, maybe a mathematician, or maybe a poet, maybe a writer. So what you can do, you can invite, a school will invite them, and they will develop certain rapport, and they will develop a type of workshop, and they will interact with the students and the learners. The students will learn many skills relating to craft, relating to art and culture, and relating to science, by doing many things, by demonstrating many things, by involving themselves in many school based interesting activities. So that's why, friends, here community influences the content of subjects and also add local and practical knowledge and skills among the learners. So community helps for the betterment of the schools in this way. Further, community supports children in their explorations and creation of knowledge and information. So how to explore oneself for creating innovation, for creating new knowledge, for getting certain thing, or to involve oneself in a very innovative way. Okay, so that also community helps for the development among the children. And further, community supports children in their practice of democracy through their participation in information generation, planning, monitoring and evaluation with local governments and schools. So here the philosophy of our democracy, and to practice the very essence, the very philosophy of democracy, because it is the school, it is the community that helps among the individual to spread the message of our democracy, to spread the very philosophy, the very concept of our democracy. Okay, so how to live together, how to you can say practice equality with equity. Okay, and these are the certain values which is aligned with, which is integrated part of our democracy, that are also being part of our community, of our family, as well as of our school. So in this way we can say that school and community are interlinked with each other. And further, very briefly, I can focus upon certain other relationship between school and community. Just like community participates in adding the constraints faced by the children, community participates in setting criteria for vocational training, I have already said. And many a time you must have observed that in community certain scholarship scheme is there. Community also help the meritorious students in different ways, and they also provide certain aids, certain support to the meritorious students, to the rural talent to get higher education. So that is also part of the work of the community. So that's why community participates in addressing the constraints faced by the children in many ways. Then community enables the village to become a learning environment for children, realizing the concept of village as a school. So you can't say that only knowledge is possible in the schooling system. Rather, an ideal village, an ideal community, that also a type of school. So that's why how to construct it, how to develop it, and how to provide all such knowledge, all such experiences to the children of the community. And further, community involves itself in various activities of the school and can also contribute to the curriculum processes. School community relation is a two-way symbiotic arrangement through which the school and community cooperate with each other for realization of goals of the community and vice versa. So it means it is a type of symbiotic arrangement or symbiotic relationship between school and community. Community works for the development of the school, and at the same time school also works for the development of the community. So friends, now let me to focus upon some of the practice questions. I'm hopeful that this video lesson will help you to answer these questions. Just like discuss the importance of community as an agency of education. So how community works for the development of education of the children, what is the importance of it, and further explain the functions of community as an agency of education. further to discuss the relationships between school and community for the development of education of the child. So, how schools works for the development of the community and how community works for the development of the schools. So, friends, just to recapitulate, today we discussed the very concept of community as an agency of education, and further we discussed the role of community, the functions of community for the development of education of the child, and how to realize village as a school, how to realize community as a school, what are the different things that the community should do for the betterment, for the development of education of the children. And further we also discussed how school and community is interlinked with each other, how it works for the development of each other, how there is a symbiotic relationship exists between school and community. Friends, in our next lesson we will discuss another agency of education. Thank you.